Kava. So, when I was in Georgia, I got a call from, you won't believe it, Dwayne Johnson. To which he told me the Maui warriors, before going into battle, would do a ritual that involved drinking kava. Because kava made them courageous. When I came to Florida, I went to Hollywood Boulevard and there was this place called the Twisted Witch. And I wanted to go there and my brother refused, and he refused and refused. And then he said, we're never going back to Hollywood Boulevard ever again, don't ever ask. And we're not going to the Twisted Witch. And I wanted to go to the Twisted Witch because they had this really dope-ass, kind of like submarine kind of door thing going on. It looks like a really fun place. Sometime before Hollyweird, we went back to Hollywood Boulevard, me and my sister, and I told her I wanted to try that place. And then she told me all they do is drugs in there. That is a place where people just do drugs. And the drinks are $650. And then she showed me on her phone that every drink inside the Twisted Witch was $650. Now, the Twisted Witch eventually became the Twisted Root. And my sister insisted that if I ever, that never ever drink anything from there, especially kava. Now, getting back to Dwayne Johnson. He called and was like, well, Bobby, I need an idea for a movie. And I saw my Goku figure, and I said Kamehameha. And he said, King Kamehameha, the leader of the Maui, the guy that did everything alone and united all the tribes and brought the world peace? I was, what? Yeah, that's a really great guy. Yeah, just take this with a grain of salt, but kava is actually really good for you, and you should probably drink some of it. And I was like, what? And then he hung up the phone. And then Blondie came over to my house after Dwayne Johnson told me to drink kava and erased it from my mind. I'm tired of this. It is one thing for me to be struggling with PTSD, trauma, and all these other mental disorders, and an entirely another thing for people like my sister or my brother to just be depriving me of things I need to recover. Okay? If you're like, do it yourself, that's fine, but if somebody's trying to do it themselves and then you're interfering, that's fucked up. Okay? You're like, do it yourself. Okay, that's great. I'm on an island, I'm trying to survive. If somebody's on an island trying to survive, they're trying to get a coconut, and then you interfere and steal that coconut from that tree. When that person dies because you stole the coconut, that's not on them. That's you being a dick. That's what that is. But this feeds into the conversation I had with Alien Mummy God, where he said nobody is going to interfere with your recovery. You're going to do your recovery, and you're going to get better. And then what happens? My sister lies to me about kava. She lies to me about the drink prices inside of the Twisted Root. Like I said, it was the Twisted Witch, and then it turned into the Twisted Root. Tells me to never drink kava. It's totally dangerous and can kill you. My brother does the same thing in a different form, where he just completely avoids the area, refuses to let me get a kava drink, and then we were driving around, and there was some place down here called, like, Tea and Kava. And I was like, the fuck is kava? Why the fuck is that everywhere? And Todd said, you're obsessed with kava. Don't ever talk about kava. Don't drink kava. It's not good for you. You might notice I'm not reacting. That's because I drank some kava. But this feeds into my point with Anal Eating Mummy God. And now I remember yet more shit that good old Danielle McGinnis is up to. I did get a call, though, from Anal Eating Mummy God about this situation and the whole kava thing, and he was talking about that, basically Danielle was not supposed to erase my mind yet again from the conversation I had with Dwayne Johnson, and I was not supposed to have kava erased from my mind. That wasn't supposed to happen. That is interference, and he said that is definitively interference, and that is exactly what is not supposed to happen to me. Yeah. That is against the rules, as is my sister lying to me and telling me the drinks inside of the Twisted Root are $650. As is her lying about the medicinal purposes of Kava. As is my brother just straight up interfering with me trying to get some Kava. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Annalene Mummy God's funny though, because he was like basically in compensation for what happened, he was gonna give me this other thing that I can now keep a secret. It's not really good compensation. It really isn't. It's not my kind of compensation, honestly. But it is funny. Yeah. Funny. It's immature. And I'm tired of it. I really am. I wish I would have discovered Kava sooner, because if I was in this mental state, and also Kava stacks in your body, it becomes more potent the more you use it. And I don't have a whole lot of time to be stacking Kava. And I don't have a whole lot of money to be stacking Kava. And I could have, from the beginning of this, had people just did the right thing, but everybody was acting in self-interest and therefore doing the wrong thing. I don't think I really have a family, honestly. I just have a bunch of assholes who only care about themselves. Yeah.